Now, from across the tri-states, this is KHQA Sports.
Well, Highland High School alum Avery Johnson was already your reigning Heart of America Conference Softball Player of the Week. She's already started augmenting next week's resume as well. Culver taking on Mount Mercy, game one of a doubleheader. The Wildcats down 2-0 in the bottom of the fifth, but down no longer. One on for Sydney Williams. She's going to unpack some major luggage and tie this thing up, which takes us tied now to the bottom of the seventh. 2 apiece. Avery Johnson, do your thing. Walk-off bomb, solo shot, and that is the difference in the game as Culver Stockton gets the win. Avery Johnson with a walk-off homer and a lot of pats on the head at home plate. 3-2 your final in favor of the Wildcats, and give them a sweep today as they beat Mount Mercy in game number 2 5-4 behind another big day for Miss Raines. We'll do some golf now, take you to the South Shelby Invite. Home course advantage in play for Shelbina's own Cannon Kendrick. Hole number 1, nifty approach right here. He would end up saving par there. That's his second shot on the par 4. Just a little bit of a tap in for par right there. He was the only golfer on the day to break 80 in somewhat blustery conditions. Pick him up again here on hole number 4. A 74 today for Mr. Kendrick as he finishes 6 strokes clear of the field for medalist honors. How about team-wise? This is Rhaegar McKinney from Palmyra. Great approach on 4. He had an 84 today. His teammate Jacob Webster had an 83. Palmyra wins the team title with a 338. Second place on the day would end up going to this guy right there. That's Trace Brown of Macon with an 80. His teammate Grant Gabriel finished with an 82 as well. Again, Palmyra your winner. Macon finishes third as a team behind Centralia. Moving on to soccer now. Hannibal a winner big time today over Moberly. Monster day today for Katie Greening. Also Canton stays red hot with a win over Ellsbury, and it was Beardstown getting taken down by Pleasant Plains. Quincy Notre Dame in action in baseball today against Camp Point Central. Ethan Kite on the hill, working on an absolute gem as he gets the backwards K right here. He's opposed by Peyton Clampett, who's going to get out of the bottom of the first, down 1-0. Nice piece of pitching from him right there. Q&D going to work with the offense in this one. Griffin Kern going to step to the plate. 2 ribbies on the day and a couple of hits as well. Going to start the charge off to extend the Q&D lead out to this point. 4-0. And that, my friends, would be the goodness for the Raiders. Ethan Kite had a no-hitter, took it into the 6th inning. It was broken up, and then Eric Jones drives home a run right here to break up the shutout as well. Q&D, though, still gets the victory as Ben Whitaker starts the 5-3 double play here to end this thing. Q&D wins this one. 4-1 was your final. Other baseball scores today. Quincy High School shut out by Granite City. Liberty jumps all over Rushville Industry today for the victory. Beardstown does likewise to West Central. Southeastern gets 2 homers apiece today from Shad Flessner and Kyle O'Neill in victories today over West Hancock. It was Carrollton falling to Triopia. Big win for the Trojans there. Also today, Highland knocks off Louisiana in extra innings. North Shelby gets a no-no today for Mason Ohlmeyer. Knox County a winner over Paris, and Scotland County is your Lewis and Clark County champion today. Softball now, Quincy Notre Dame taking on Western. The Wildcats trying to rally back from a 3-0 deficit. Chloe Mellon with the RBI single to right here in the 4th to do that, to cut the lead. Here comes Q&D though. Kaylee Wall going to step up. The slap is going to get misplayed here, and Q&D is going to extend its lead by 1 out to 4-1. Q&D pulling off the double steal to finish up there. Madison Gilligan going to come home to score in just a bit. Makes it 5-1. All Q&D in this one as the Lady Raiders get the win. 8-1 is your final. Quincy High School taking on Liberty today in softball. Abby Neely have a day. She had 3 ribbies on the day, driving home her first in the bottom of the first here off the wall to score Kylie Espinoza. However, Liberty, to its credit, would come back in this game. Larissa Nyson to right cuts the lead and actually takes the lead for the Eagles in this one, 2-1 at that point. Ella Marks going to step up with a 2-run double right here. Quincy High School roars back and wins this game by the final count of 12-2. Also on the docket today, softball-wise, Unity falls to Macomb. It was Beardstown all over Pittsfield, and Rushville Industry getting a grand slam from Olivia Selvin to knock off Central Southeastern. Culver Stockton, Hannibal Grange baseball today. First swing he throws out there, Alejandro Cardinale with a first pitch double in this ball game. That sets the table for Sam Riley as Culver Stockton is going to jump out 4-0 in this game. on Hannibal LaGrange, who was hosting, but the Trojans would come back. A Justin Bote home run and a couple of home runs later in the day, all over the place in this one from Garrett Welshmeyer. He had 2 in the first game and 1 in the second game. Give Hannibal LaGrange the win in game number 1. Final count in that one was 11-9. Game number 2 in favor of Culver Stockton in this one, 7-4 is how that shakes down. I'm all out of time. More news and weather coming up after this.